nyina jo makwaba ediba XTV enyumre nonsia kase so nonsia abo ewo fie ha enne eyo beni bosum ne de twato kra ewo afempimie ni edonu mienu no emu emra so sansem bia ekoso ewo yeman mu na di kan di tie ne di hwepa no ya bobo ne nyina no aso ne so se kroje agede ebro sanyumre nonsia kase ewo XTV so kase boy ubahu ye live ewo abefo tintan kase no so dia Facebook eye XTV Samsung ena YouTube eye XTV Ghana kase boy efrin kramponi mantemu poko ase Festus adon plaza building mo ene ye hye nsema hodo amede bro ena nwumre edoso yankasa ne dimakote bia wo bete ene se enu adan Ghana mampani na nado dan kwa kofado woni ye ekasa ye wo kire ye se na oman no ne tibie mo ete oman no yesi kasa me humesua ena afense no eye yakwantepo ahodo no wakasa edifa ho na samba kwa woka ye ene se imprempre no wono mfinsha mako numa wobetena so mampani ewo oman Ghana mu no wetimi aboa ma 10,000 kilometers of roads ena wo mo aye nanso eye opani baako awoye NDC mahebedweni wono so de atodwa se eye ntronkwa eye kotompo ena Ghana mampani na adedan kwa kufuado wodi edikire ye enrada sanso ena enewie ya akwanhia ya bi so esiye ewo poko ase Festus ye nim heyia de sie ni de ebe nyina ye de mu kiremu ebebro osofo pombe nso edi subo kase pa edi bo ne yonkun asofo no bi ese wo mu preaching sahodo wo mu preaching no ena manu so nti ena ni de ashawo ena offense no kro no boni ndema hodo bi ansem fata imebru no edi wo ho ejemo no emu kiremu obete ewo kase so nsem bi ka we ho ena mede brew sanyumre no nsia kase eye me Boaapa Mavis Akosua Atteh mede kase ebrewo ma metwa me ho mra ne fa kase boi emu chechemu akasa emfamo Ghana mampani na adodan kwa ekufuado woni oman ni nyina ekasa ye na ni nyina enese wo ka kire ye oman no oman Ghana ya tibiemu etise ne etie se ne wo betu oman no na fence no na mwahudu a wetu adiobo a oman no ma oman no etimi akonenem ya to ne din State of the Nation address na no eba ne sa wo mampani wo bekasa ediafa ekuayo ho ehumesua akwantempo ne mwahudu bebre eye energy sector no obekasa ediafa enu ada woko gina simpiesi no wakasa ye na ne kasa bia wakan ene se wono eye omampani na adodan kwa kufuado ni NPP aban won betena bedwa kasa yesu no omabom homoden papapa eba na kwantempon ni ye dia won mabom homoden papapa imprempre wo chom se obepiem wo man Ghana mu a 10,000 kilometers of roads ena ni de omabom homoden etimi esiesie ni nyinara ma ene dey akwantuo etenda mre bi atwem wote na amafo bi yedede yakwan nyo ya nto aba ne hu kro no ba no wo sese no ne nyina ate aba fo mesan se wo mo frisha mako num adwuma wo mo eye no eso ani ankasa wo sanso de tudwa krap se ne di hoda se kese pa ene se da no etividu mante mutamale interchanger wo ko twa hamamu a sese no e ba be ye adwuma.
It is in the road sector that we have registered the greatest infrastructure achievement. I know that the word unprecedented is often used with careless abandon in our public discourse, but I use it carefully and purposefully. In the 5 years of my government, so far, more roads have been built, improved, and upgraded than at any equivalent period under any government in the history of Ghana. Some 10,885 kilometers of new roads have been constructed in these 5 years. Let me mention, Mr. Speaker, that yesterday it was my honor and great pleasure to have commissioned the Tamale interchange. The first such interchange in the northern sector of our country, which the people of Tamale gladly celebrated. I considered it to be a most satisfying birthday present. We intend to continue with the building of roads around the country to accelerate the opening up of our country.
Gana mampeni nana adedan kwa ekufuado ena ho yese wakasa no nanso ranking member ewo transport committee no ewo mahebedwefie wasanso ye mahebedweni edi ma ade hye omo dakro abatom pesoso na the governance kwame agboja wasi ye intropani wasi we dem kontompo pan wo pani wetimi akwa gire simpie so a wo di edi atwe yese wo kyerem se Gana mampeni kasa no waka kire yensem yemboa no se na be yo man Ghana ne betimi ayeye e Christopher ka ho kremofo ka ho wona mo so maboso wo mo ka ho na se wotimi be gina ye nyina ye nim na wodi ntro ati sei edi kire ye dia na se unhu ye hu ankasa yenkoti.
The president was in the house to fulfill his constitutional mandate of giving the State of the Nation address. You must be aware that this is the longest it took a president to present the State of the Nation address. If you have good news, you would have been running to tell Ghanaians. The fact that it took this long to talk to Ghanaians means that it's bad news. The e-levy yesterday and today. The bottom line is that the president was not candid with the facts. I hold here in my hands a publication by the president through his road minister, which talks about the Ministry of Road and Highways list of completed road projects between 2017 and May 2021. And if I open the third page, you'll see the summary of activities. Asphalt Valley, 1,400 and something. I agree that since May at that time, a little bit more might have been done. But if you know the roadworks work, it's much more difficult. The only construction that is from scratch have been done is what? 68 kilometers. That is new roads that have been done. The rest are what? Graveling and re-graveling. But the president is considering these ones as what? Roads that you and I know. Partial reconstruction, rehabilitation, resealing, spot improvement, that is pothole patching, is also captured here. The total is 4,200 kilometers. And so if the president tells you between May last year and now he's constructed 6,000 kilometers, what will you call that president? I'm looking forward. He said he shouldn't be a spectator, be a citizen. Unfortunately, I have to tell you, the president lied. Let's go to Tamale interchange. We thank God there's an interchange in Tamale that our brothers and sisters and all of us who go to Tamale will use. But this is understanding. This road, this interchange was part of 10 projects under Sino Hydro, which should have been completed by the end of 2020. If they give you an exam and they say you should use 2 hours to do the exam, and it took you 4 hours and you could only answer one question, what will you call that person? What bon? And yes, sir. So if out of the 10 projects, by the way, Tamale interchange is one of the smallest out of the phase 1 of the Sino Hydro. So out of the 10 till today, they've only been able to complete 1, and we should be celebrating that. That is mediocre thinking, because they took so much money, and that is why I'm saying that Sino Hydro is not a sustainable way of delivering road project. But let everybody be aware, President Akosua did not construct 10,000 new kilometers of road in our country. Where did I get my facts from? The facts are contained in his own document. The president wants the whole country to be with him. We should be together with him. Forward. It means the Christian, the Muslim, Okonfo, women, children. How can we follow you when you are lying? I don't want to follow you when you are lying. So I'm saying that the president is not candid with the truth. The truth is that he did not construct 10,000 kilometers of new roads in this country. He did rehabilitation, they did Asphalt Valley, we can all see some, and they did spot improvement, pothole patching. But the total of that is not even 5,000 kilometers. So the president was, if this is the state of the nation, then this is not the true state of the nation address. This is some kind of state of the nation address, which does not qualify to be the true state of the nation address.
Onyonyam ni governance kwame agboja wono mashebe dwene edimade hye omo adakru abatom peswa so wasanso abedweku a womo ehwe akwan na akwantepon nsem so mashebe dwefi ni ranking member a woda ano yento akase no so na enu ada wo mampeni ni state of the nation address ne mo wasanso ade atodwa wo kire mu essay imprempren wo ba behwe say birth and death certificate ahodo no ye beye endia sawudino se na ye ewo ID card no so no voters ID card no sabe pepe ene bewo ye wo health insurance na face Ghana card ne so enkonko ba ne se ye beka si football age obi edifisha mako eduosia wo pe kwa ahomegiem no obi fufo nso ebetimi aba no da bida wonye na wakwa kwotro se afi ene wo 48 afi ene wo 43 afi ene wo 36 nso hu nipa na wo gina otumu se we dia wenyini o wenyina nkasa wose otimi ko gina home na nso wose wonye omampani se saade we omo ba behwe se omo ba be ye hwehwe ye nkonko hu sa nyema ebi ewo ye man mu ebium.
We're expecting greater things from the greater use of technology and the digitalization of our economy as a whole. I'm happy to report that the National Identification Card, the Ghana card, has finally been integrated into our everyday lives as a cradle to grave necessity. Never again will it be that someone born in this country will live a full life, die and be buried without any record of his or her existence. The operations of the birth and death registry are finally being digitized to make sure the documents issued from that department are accorded the respect they should have. Every child born in this country will be registered, and the date of birth registered will remain your date of birth throughout your life. Mr. Speaker, there will be no school age, no football age, no SNIT age, and no official age. When we register for national health insurance, the details of our identification will be the same as the details on a driving license, a passport, and yes, on our tax identification number.
Nsino Ghana mampeni nana adodan kwa kufuado ena wakasa no yeto akase no so akoyene wosofo wono ena ehweye sikasem so eyonunyam ni kenofori ata wono so edi nsem bi etudwa beya enani nansa ena beto dwa se 11 na Worka yese yenji ntum na ntimi boa na mpuntu nyuma nso etimi ba oman mo no wo magye atom na mo no enu ada abra state of the nation address no ekoso wieye no ena nsentwefo ne kasa ebisa ne se no mosi yenji ntum yagye atom da ben ena ehya ase a wode tudwa echem se me bosum ne mo ena wo hwehye yahodo ewo ho ansa mo timi ahya ase tete no wo mbetimi aye ne nyina wie nti me bosum ne die se na etie bia no wo mbehya ase atete Ghanafo.
I think the past 4 months have been more uncertain than yesterday. And I think in any democracy, and we going to court, is the right thing to do. And so likely we'll get an interpretation which affirms that what we did was right. I think it's really exciting because for the first time, we are going to be able to literally have everybody paying taxes. And that's phenomenal. And that creates a certain awareness of governance and a certain personal interest in protecting the public purse. And I think that's important. You know, when people to begin to feel that, hey, my money is in there, so I'm not going to, it's not the Minister of Finance who has to come and catch anybody. And that changes the spirit of the country. And I think that really may be the most important element to this. Yeah, you indicated that GRA has promised us, but in May, we should get that done. And presume that you have looked at the international market. I mean, before asking the question, because our spreads have tightened, you know, and my strong feeling is that the city will also appreciate. I think the past 4 months.
Yamni kenofori ata ena uhun se wetime akasano. Ya to akasie no so ne yakwako piemu e National Identification Authority for womwaso ye womu so edin krebi aba abonten. De omu kenyina ene se de bebi bia wo mantem ne mensia hodo amwo no. Se wu ne Ghana card ne bi e bia wa register na pose wakotwa foto no won san kan wo card ya. Bo madia na mensia hodo awo no. Kona ko piemu e wo ho no na omu di cars ne nyina e ko no sa fei so e na obeye fufura say no enkonko ba ne say omo headquarters home kwiam e na wo mo ye say de omo di akomensi mensi ahodo na ubetimi akọ na wakọ je o Ghana card ana pote say wonye ya omo betimi aye e di amount omo ahyase fiti eye edwade ya a chese e koso e wo mensi ahodo no ti be biara wo bia be bia wo register ye kan no bo maden na sanko hobium sa o Ghana card no sanka ya kona koje na se wo register nso ya bomadia na sanko ho na akohwe na wo mo register fe na be ya wo nso wo sa ebetimi aka sanse impenifo kra de ababeto dwa se fiti afi anaposa afi ebesimo ekono wo mo ebehwe se wo ni sa Ghana card ya se wo kwako yiska wo bank ade bia obeye bia ya de Ghana card e na ba beye nti hu behia se Ghana ni ma be biara ne nsa intimi enka card we International Identification Authority wo mo mpenifo nso de aba ese mensi ahodo ni mantama ahodo no wo masanso ahyase eye adwuma ewo mo ntino wo won san kan wo de no bomadia na kona koje we eni kra babeto yepono so a ye de ma wo se enwumre no nsia kase ye to akase no so na eye Black Stars enene nansan wo mo so eko ball ewo eye alatamemo eko wie chi na se yasin kunindefo ye di nkunim papa chese qualification ya qualify ye kwakobo eye World Cup 2022 World Cup no ya qualify pa ewo mo na enomo no eye ade a Ghana mampeni na adodan kwakofuado na ni giye ankasa na eye Black Stars mpenifo nyina eko piemu ewo na so eye a chese wo mde wo ho eko kire no chese eni gye kwa womo de man no enye bi ni wochom se nkunumde a omudi ye die eye na woda nkunumdie anapo se akyede eno mutimi ede amana no na abra womo ekopie mu ewo honom no Ghana mampeni na adodan kwakufuado ehye womo bo ese wo behwe se wo be ma omo ade kasie bi wo betua omo kayie pasan se de omo aye no kyese ebru adwen ne ntiaseso yenkone yekohwe.
If the spirit that we've seen in these two matches and the level of skill too that has been demonstrated, kept together, the sky is the limit. Whatever it is that can be done on our side as government, as officials, to support you, to give you the most agreeable and convenient background, tools, resources to work with, we will do it. The rest is up to you. But what I've seen, I know that a lot of good things are ahead of Ghanaian football. I want to welcome you all once again very warmly to the seat of the presidency and to congratulate you on behalf of the 31 million people in Ghana for the great feat. The chairman talked about going into the lion's den. I believe that was it. And the events that took place after the match tells you that indeed you have been in and out of the lion's den. If the spirit
just enrechi Kate Okreku wononso eye GFA president wononso ekasa wo chiremu say de si ye ewo alataman mu no just fiti say wo ye dwuma ewo agokansie mu wo hu bida ye nyina yati ye say Ghana ye wini ye no basabasa ye bi esi ye ewo eye Nigeria honom park ne so ne no na Kate Okreku echiremu say wo hu bida de si ye ne de eyare hosem ne mo ni nyinam no wo mu da nyankopɔ
kept the family unit, we kept the comradeship, we traveled into the lion's den. For those of you who were at the Mashood Abiola Stadium yesterday, you will fully understand what I mean by to play in the lion's den. In the morning before the game, Mr. President, I did say that our country, our proud colors will be defended vehemently by 16 plus gallant men, not 11 on the pitch. Mr. President, throughout my footballing career, I've never seen a hostile atmosphere like we went through in Abuja. I've never seen
sorry, but I'll say it here. I've never seen much officials as hostile as we found ourselves playing against yesterday. Kept the family unit.
One also kase no coach ne mapa otu ado one also ekasa no odi kan dia sida pese pa edema eye coacha na wodi kan ebe coachi Ghana abra ye call AFCON yi wo chiremu se modi boy we ya wo mo eboy ye no wontimi nka se oyo no nkwa na wetimi abo no homodin na coach odi kan no wono so waye na afemu die team no e na afenso no management edi kan no wo mo so etimi ye won afemu de nti ode asida pese pa edema wo ma wo hye bose wo behwe se Ghana ye eba na go kansie mu a niema ebetisa akoninim.
I would like to say, I said it to some of the press members already, these were only 2 games, but there was a long path before ahead, and Sikre Agrono is part of this success, and as well as Milovan Rajovac. And of course, our captain Andre Ayew, and several players missing today. I would like
to know say your coach no what so enie your friend otu ado wono na wotimi abone homodin wa ma say de Ghana baby obefe bia Ghana ama Ghana ya qualify no 11 no unti ho asem sa ifren fo no wo mu nimpa wo mu hyeda pa mu de akwa hye honum wo mu say ye wini na chese ni je wo mu no na mu di 11 no ye kule na obewure mu na chese wa ye no say chromophobia wa ba bewure mu ye to akase no so ede amao na prophet Ayamba wono Anthony Ayamba wo yo osofu pon a chese wo be piemu ewo eye XTV abrabo mu nsem a wo kan ye panels a wo mo eba so no ho wo de nsem bi etoja na de wo kan nyina ene say on nuanu mu asofo no kwen omo faso edi preachi eka nyame asem edi kira afofo no enam anu su bi enam nipa dodo na edu om ho edi hye nyama bi a ensem fata a enhye nyankopon animunyam na womo discuss eye asem bi a prophet obinim edi ba ye ese sebi so bi ya hyaweni na oba wa sori a ana oba wo nchen a enye mpaibo no ohia ne mum wo hia sika obi kura na adwuma ene wope adwuma ma na adwuma ya obehu se sa abrabo na wodi ne ho ahyem no na wejai nanso asofo bi wo ho a wo mo ho no sa afi na yebetwa abo yebebo kutia yebe preachi abo akutia kese pa edieti a obehu se nipa no wo kọ no enya de asa akutia na wodi ball no ebema na sisa na adwen obekwa koye no mo nti wo kyerem se ba ne sa wo yosofo na wo ho obi sa wo abrabo boni bi mu a bo modie na preachi na kenka na kuma twi no mo mfa ben wo ne mo me ka asem a ebetwi no kra edi efri nyame asem eho
ye wa sofo ni bi wo ha wo be preachi sa but edu na adu asebi omo poso mo bere ma ho
okay
sebi ka asem na akere wo because ye wa adwuma ni mu ye nim de wo enti sebi etu de bi ye na sofo ni bi wo ha ye preach ya ye di preach adebonefo no ye pama mo free odom nanim and ye pama mo free Kristo nchan Kristo so ba ma adebonefo senya adebonefo na da so wiase a epacho ka wiase na ka ko na wiye but epacho adebonefo na wo ho ne nyame ma bi so kra no eda so wo boni mu a wo nyame so so ma gi wo because ye nyina na ye adebonefo
sa
ye nyina no na ye wo suba bi wo ye mu a na pacho ka ye ntu yefo
sure
all the maker but Kristo to share ye and obenya ye na nso so odum bi aso ye so a ye nso enya akonya ye fi se ye de ye atrenefo osofo bi a ono kase ono ye tene no ye fake oboa wo be komu no e nipo ni so nyamesom na oso but ni made bi kra tene nchan sabi ofidi no
Ensena prophet Ayamba Anthony Ayamba ena ohu ye se wetimi akase na brabo mo nsem ewo XTV abra na nadwa sapoma eji nadwa ena wode sansem nyina wode etuja ye to akase no so na ena wie ya na chese ye betia yesi bibi AC yempie nkosha abechese moto bi enaja edemu deli chese esindie si ye edano atoyo mantem kwan no so no esindie si ye kra ewo hom nipa ena aboa pem abegyina honoma yenim de si ye na moto yi ehye yankasa chese ye hu de si ye ne de baya moto no ehye asese shisa na kaso so ene nam na wo mu twetwem e wo poko asenkran popo ni mantemo eho ena sa asemi esiye enam so ensentwerefo yenso ye kofifi mo boye homodin ekopie mo wo ho ye ne wona wo mo wo ho bi asemi esiye no ye ne wo mo ekasaye mo mo di chechemu sei ede maye de esi ni de wo mu hu ye no wo mo ede maye sei yenkohwe
okay me dia me ba me shop me ya me car antino ba de hu yan say motor bi free say no oba na car bi nsu di nachi ti hu yan say car na bo break e wo nachi ti wo bo break ni empodi en me say bia o bo motor ni ti dimrika de ba no na motor ni da ha no na ja start say started e da ni hu say motor wura no afa no nto sole no dimrika kodina ti e fra no ti ni ja kasa no ena soja for ni ba o me say sanwa meguso ni start say sanwa guso ma moto no abese wa hanum no ni wura no ni menini gira ha kura di nkomo na menini gira bet emla soja for ni ka say me sanwa no sisi a me hu ba bi odi afasisi a ba ni ani gira sisi a ye ni di nkomo mla eja no fa no na oya na hanum nyina atwitwi enti eja na ahu ni hanum sei tini ya bi se ya ni di nkomo ya ni soja for ni ba no me say sanwa meguso nti me fa cement paper no ena me sanwa na me de ba no nti ma hu ba bi odi afasisi amu
enti no dia na ni tuemu bi a wo hu de course no ena wetimi a chechemu de wo hu ye no na enu echi asem ni si ya no yenim nyankopon de yenim se na oye ne niema na prayer ho ma fire service for no wo mu twem wo mu ne asrafo bi ena etwem wo mu so ebeto so mo mu boa yetimi edum jana chese basabasa ye anapo se atorenchem kase bi kra entimi ensi nti fire service man na wono so ewo hobi no woni yen ekasase
station officer team. Actually, we went to do something at Pokwase, and when we were going back to the office, we realized that there was a fire outbreak, on a motorbike. So we parked our car to come and then find out the cause of the fire. Then we realized that according to those we met, the military officers, they said they were also passing by and then they saw it, so they also stopped to come and assist, to extinguish it. But because there was no fire extinguisher, they tried everything possible to extinguish it, but they couldn't. So, being a fire officer, when we got here, we managed to, extinguish it. But one thing we realized that there are a lot of cars, passing by. None of them has fire extinguisher in the vehicles. Assuming they have it, they could have, tackled the fire, and then the motor wouldn't have, burned to this extent. So we urge, especially the drivers, to try as much as possible to have fire extinguishers in their cars, because you don't know when something like this will happen. So that's what I can say.
Entino na chese fire service man na wono so beto so no ene wono so wetimi akire mu se a wo moboaye me yetimi edum jano na nwachi eye X Steven Centrefo producer one Fafali ye boya humodin pa ekohwehweye eye abrantie ya asemi eto no na obi ani bebi a wode faye se eja no ehye no ani moto ni nyina anapo se na abrantie ni kan se no wo mu ne na ejina ho no ma we prekupe wo mu bebi a wo faye no ye boya humodin ye hwehwemu ekohu no eni ebisa ne se edan pa ena esi ya wo kyeremu se wono de wonam ne ba bi o na wate moto no so ena ohu se eja ehya se free moto na ase eba prekupe ena otwe ne ho oto ne ho edi free moto no so edi tu lorry kwan no ma wotimi edwane ye na ekwowie kire na se ne nan ne hu baabi etimi eprepra wo kyeremu se na nyankopon ena boa na anka wonim adekodi potia ebetimi esie yenkone nkwohwe.
I was coming from Esioko going to Taifa, Burkina. By reaching just here, the motor just got fire under me unexpectedly and I fell down. This is the only problem. I don't know how it got fire because I know my motor does not have any fault of due to maybe electrical fault. My motor doesn't have electrical fault, but it just got fire. No. There is no car in my front. It just got fire and burned. I was trying to quench the fire, but I didn't get any this thing. So some CID came there, but they didn't do anything about it. So I came under this tree there before I saw the military men collecting fire extinguishers from other drivers to quench the fire. After they quenched the fire, I saw them they use some this thing move the motor from the road top.
So now abrantie na atorenchem no eto no e na hu yese wetimi achechire mo se na ye ne de baaye no na je se wono wo hu eye asrafo no e na wodi emirika akwakope baabi akota yenso yekoche no eye no interview wo se won pese nanim beba eno nti na hu yese yakata nanim no wo se won pese nanim beba nti we de arekosem na wo bo ne homodin se wo kọ ayaresabia na wo akwakohwe se nimpomo etie nti we eni arekosem a esi ye ewo pokuase ye nim he ya Festus ye nim he ya chese ye de aka ye nwumre no nsia kase ne ho ede ama ye de radio se passe bebi biara entimi anya ne kase bia ne mo ni motor no na ahye enda na se ye mfa sedan fama Facebook fo a mo hwe ye ye da mo asia nkasa eda mwase kribu ni nyina ye tuche pa ede mamo mentimi bo mu nyina mu din na mu ne mo ho boys abre fo eda mwase papa se mo hwe ye tuche pa ede mamo nkoso na munya ne sa pepepe emfa emma ye memfa sedan fama mi cameraman DJYX wono ene gina camera na chi ede emma me abra bismark etwa me ede tu mo me producer sa wo mo bom homodin epe insemi nyina ede mame fafali authentic producer and afenso no Stephanie womo ene boame afenso no eye faith wono nso etime chididin heti boss lady ni boss womo nyina eka ho bi mi amedi kase nso ebrewo eye Boaapa Mavis Akosua Atteh medasi emomo enihwe